You emerge from the birthing chambers on your homeworld, already standing 10 feet tall, pale as fresh printer paper, and completely hairless. No cute baby phase for you. Your parents glance at you once, nod approvingly at your properly formed oblong-crossed pupils, and immediately hand you over to the education collective. Welcome to Engineer Society, where parental affection is about as common as hair follicles on your smooth alabaster dome. Your first few decades are spent learning the basics. And by basics, we mean manipulating DNA like it's Play-Doh, operating spacecraft that make the USS Enterprise look like a paper airplane, and memorizing the genetic sequences of about 3,000 different species you'll eventually create or destroy. No pressure. Your classmates are all equally pale, equally tall, and equally confused about why your civilization's idea of fun is seeding planets with life just to see what happens. You spend your days in massive biomechanical structures that seem alive, watching your instructors operate holographic displays with their elongated fingers while speaking in a language that sounds like someone gargling marbles underwater. At age 50, which is basically your teenage years, you get your first biosuit. This thing is not just armor, it's a living, breathing extension of your body with its own circulatory system. Putting it on feels like wearing someone else's organs on the outside. The helmet makes you look like an elephant had a baby with a xenomorph, which honestly isn't winning you any beauty contests. But who needs good looks when you can bench press a spaceship? Your instructor shows you how to pilot the Juggernaut-class vessels, those massive horseshoe-shaped ships that can travel between star systems faster than you can say, genetic abomination. The control system? A flute. Yeah, you read that right. You literally play music to fly your ship. One wrong note, and instead of landing on Planet X, you've just initiated the self-destruct sequence. Oops. By your 100th birthday, you're assigned to the life-seeding division. Your job is to travel to barren planets and literally create life from scratch. How? Well, remember that black goo everyone keeps in those creepy cylindrical containers? That's your toolkit. Mix it right, and you get a thriving ecosystem. Mix it wrong, and you get nightmarish killing machines with acid for blood. No big deal. The training facility for this job is basically a greenhouse from hell. You practice on small asteroids first, trying to grow basic bacteria without accidentally creating flesh-eating viruses. Your first attempt produces something that looks like angry jello with teeth. Your instructor just sighs and vaporizes it with a device that looks suspiciously like a giant fly swatter. Your first real assignment is a small blue planet, third from its Sunday Earth, they call it. You and your crew arrive to find it completely lifeless, just rocks and water. Your supervisor, a particularly grumpy engineer who's been doing this for 800 years, tells you it's time for the sacrifice. Wait, what sacrifice? Nobody mentioned anything about sacrifice during orientation. Turns out, to properly seed a planet with life, one engineer has to drink the black goo and literally dissolve themselves, their DNA becoming the building blocks for all future life. Everyone's looking at you, the new guy. But your supervisor takes pity on you and volunteers another engineer who apparently broke some protocol last week involving unauthorized use of the gene splicer to create what he called artistic interpretations of life. The volunteer walks to the edge of a massive waterfall, looking surprisingly calm for someone about to become primordial soup. He gives everyone a little wave, downs the black goo like it's a shot of tequila, and immediately starts breaking apart. His skin bubbles, his muscles unravel, and his bones dissolve into powder. You watch as he drinks the goo, his body breaking apart like a sandcastle in a tsunami, his genetic material flowing into the water. Congratulations, you just witnessed the creation of all life on Earth. Try not to think about how every human, animal, and plant on that planet is technically made from your coworker's dissolved corpse. For the next few centuries, you bounce around the galaxy, seeding planets, checking on previous projects, and occasionally having to clean up messes when someone accidentally creates a species of carnivorous space fungus. Your crew becomes your family. If family members never talked about their feelings and communicated entirely through disappointed grunts. The ship's recreational activities include staring at star maps in silence, calibrating bioweapons for fun, and weekly team-building exercises that involve telepathically sharing your disappointment in lesser species. You visit Earth periodically, watching those little humans evolve from cave dwellers to pyramid builders. Some of your colleagues think it's adorable, Others think it's like watching bacteria develop delusions of grandeur. You leave star maps for them. Basically, cosmic breadcrumbs, because someone in management thinks it'll be funny to see if they ever figure out where they came from. Jerry from navigation actually starts a betting pool on how long it'll take them to achieve spaceflight. You put down 50 genetic sequences on never. Around year 400, things get weird. The humans are getting too smart, too fast. They're developing technology, asking big questions, and worst of all, they're starting wars and killing each other for fun. Your species created them to be perfect beings, and instead they're acting like drunk toddlers with nuclear weapons. The Council of Engineers holds an emergency meeting. The conference room is a massive organic chamber that pulses like a giant heart, and everyone's arguing in that sophisticated marble-gargling language about whose fault this mess is. Dave from Planetary Design insists his genetic template was flawless. Karen from Quality Control says nobody told her to check for homicidal tendencies. The decision? Wipe them out and start over. You're assigned to a military installation on LV-223, where your people are weaponizing the black goo. Instead of creating life, you're now making bioweapons designed to eliminate it. The irony isn't lost on you. Your new workplace is basically a death factory with a cafeteria. The break room conversations are depressing. Hey, how was your day? Oh, created a parasitic organism that liquefies internal organs. You made something that turns DNA inside out. Same old, same old. Even the vending machines here dispense biohazard containers instead of snacks. But then everything goes sideways. Someone messes up the containment protocol. Maybe Bob from engineering accidentally dropped a canister, or maybe Steve thought he could make a better version of the pathogen. Either way, the black goo gets out. Your coworkers start mutating into things that would give H.P. Lovecraft nightmares. The facility goes into lockdown. You're running through corridors as your friends transform into writhing masses of teeth and tentacles. You make it to a hypersleep chamber and seal yourself in, setting the timer for, indefinitely. Better to sleep through the apocalypse than become part of it. You wake up 2,000 years later to some android speaking your language. Finally, rescue. Except it's not rescue. It's a bunch of humans who somehow found your facility, and they want you to make their decrepit leader immortal. The audacity. These walking genetic mistakes, who you were planning to exterminate, are now demanding eternal life? You've been asleep for 2 millennia with the worst case of morning breath in the galaxy. And this is what you wake up to? Your muscles are stiff from the longest nap in history, your biosuit needs a serious update, and your hypersleep chamber's warranty definitely expired about 1,950 years ago. The android tries to sweet-talk you in broken Proto-Indo-European that sounds like he learned it from a discount language app. He's going on about his father wanting to live forever, gesturing dramatically like he's auditioning for a community theater production. Meanwhile, you're still trying to process that these creatures you were supposed to delete from existence have somehow achieved space travel. It's like finding out the mold in your refrigerator has developed a space program. You've had enough. You rip the android's head off like opening a can of soda, then proceed to demonstrate your disagreement with the human's request by redecorating the room with their internal organs. Time to finish what you started 2,000 years ago. You head to your ship, ready to complete the mission, and turn Earth into a lifeless rock. You're playing your departure tune on the ship's flute, really getting into the melody, when suddenly these idiots crash their tiny ship into yours. Your juggernaut goes down harder than your species' reproduction rate. Crawling from the wreckage, you're beyond angry. You track down the last surviving human, ready to squeeze her like a stress ball. Just as you're about to finish the job, something grabs you. It's huge, pale, and has way too many tentacles. A trilobite, they call it, basically what happens when human reproduction meets your black goo. The thing latches onto your face, and you feel something forcing its way down your throat. You wake up feeling like you've swallowed a bowling ball. Your chest hurts. No, scratch that, your chest is moving. Something's trying to get out. This can't be happening. You're an engineer. You created life across the cosmos. You built civilizations. You played the space flute. And now you're about to give birth through your ribcage to humanity's twisted revenge baby. The thing bursts out. A perfect killing machine that's part you, part human, and all nightmare. As you're lying there, your chest cavity resembling an exploded piñata, watching this thing scurry away to probably mate with something even worse, you can't help but think, Maybe you should have just stayed in bed another 2,000 years. At least your death creates the very thing that will haunt humanity's nightmares for centuries to come. That's something, right? Your legacy isn't the creation of mankind or the seeding of worlds. It's being the galaxy's worst baby daddy to a race of acid-blooded murder machines that will terrorize space truckers and colonial marines for generations. Your mom would be so proud if she had ever bothered to show any emotion besides mild disappointment.